Welcome to FCRB TV. I'm at the park today with my kid. He wanted to go to the park, but I thought I'd make a video while he's enjoying himself at the park about what's been going on with VAR at the Women's World Cup. Today we had Cameroon versus England, and then we had France versus Brazil in the round of 16. And I tell you, VAR is terrible. It's really bad because there's certain moments in the game where the discretion of the referee is valuable. And now with VAR, it's no longer. We cannot have the discretion of the referee to really manage the game. It's really, it's just computerized now. It's terrible. So today, first of all, Cameroon and England it's fairly even. Obviously, England is the more technical side, but the more athletic and the faster side. Cameroon made it difficult for England to get through. They were keeping them in front, and then a cross comes in from the right hand side, and the right back traps the ball, right? But it's a bad touch, and the trap then the first touch rolls towards the keeper, and the keeper picks it up, and they call a back pass. Absolutely not as a back pass. No chance was it a back pass. It was a poor touch that the keeper picked up. You know what I mean? And you could even see that the defender, when she tried to control it, the first touch wasn't good, so she went towards it to try to get it, but the keeper was already there, and the keeper picked it up. They call it a back pass, and now England has a free kick about 4 yards away from the goal. It's ridiculous, and of course they score. So right there, Cameroon is up against it. Now they're down 1-0. They're fighting hard. They're hanging in there, and then injury time in the first half. Ellen White scores to make it 2-0. She was just onside. The referee got it right, just onside. And at first, the lineswoman, the referee's assistant, raised the flag for offside. But then they did the goal check, and they saw that she was onside, and they gave the goal. And Cameroon felt a bit hard done by. So now they're down 2-0 at halftime, fighting so hard. Now if it was only 1-0, it'd be okay, but 2-0, it was quite difficult. Yes. So they're a bit upset, a bit hard done by. So they're not happy about it. Now what I would say is, if VAR doesn't exist, and that goal, Ellen White's goal, that was a legitimate goal, was ruled off for offside, and it was taken away, it left the game in the balance. It left it to be a game, yes? And that was a human error, but we can live with that. But now with VAR, that's all gone. So, fine. England's up 2-0. Start of the second half. England come out a little complacent. They were a bit comfortable, and they give the ball away. Cameroon picks it up, plays the ball through, squares it back. Boom. 2-1, Cameroon's back in the game. This is 5 minutes in the second half. But then they go to check the VAR again. Checking VAR for what? And when they go check VAR, the Cameroonian girl is just marginally offside. Marginally offside. Now what I'm getting at is, before, in the past, something like that would have never been checked. It would have been a 2-1 game. Now England's got to play. Now the crowd is into it. Now we've got a game, and that is human. That's human error. That's how things goes at times, because you're never going to get things perfect. But with VAR, they go to check, and now they take away the Cameroonian goal because the girl was marginally offside. Marginally. Meanwhile, Carly Lloyd is parked with the camping out offsides, and they don't call that. But we've talked about that before. Well, I did on Facebook. So now it's 2-0. They took away the goal. It's 2-0, and the Cameroonian girls lost it. They lost it. They felt hard done by. They threw a fit. They had a tantrum, and of course it's not the way to go about it, but you've got to understand where they're coming from. And what I don't appreciate, and what I don't understand why this muppet would say such a thing, is the manager of England, Phil Neville. You Neville brothers, you've already shown that your brother is not a good manager, and you've got a very good team. So right now it looks like you're a good manager, but really, mate, we'll find out when you play Norway, okay? But anyway, he starts bad-mouthing the Cameroonian ladies after the match. You know what I mean? First of all, the Cameroonians, not all of their players play on a regular basis like your players. They don't have the experience like your players. So you've got to take that into consideration and put yourself in their shoes. If you were hard done by, where three tough calls were made against you. 2 probably were legit. 1 was not legit, but the first one was the most crucial. Were called against you. How would you react? You know what I mean? So my thing is, as a manager, if he had any class, he doesn't talk about the Cameroonian players or the Cameroonian team. He doesn't do that. He talks about his players and how proud he is of how they managed themselves. They ended up winning the game 3-0 on a set piece. They scored the 3rd goal on a set piece on a corner. So my thing is, mate, don't say anything. Do not say anything. Don't talk about them. But he goes on and talks about and bad-mouths them and talks about them poorly. And it really looked bad on his part. It really did. Because he didn't have to say any of those things. But he felt that he had to go and talk about them and said, it's not right, da-da-da-da-da. It's like, you know what, Phil? Shut up, mate. Shut up. Okay? Because when you were playing left back in Euro 2000 and Romania beat England because you were trash and the English fans got mad and roughed up Belgium, the city of Belgium or of the Netherlands, wherever the games were, nobody got mad at you for that, huh? Nobody talked about you. It's like, dude, be quiet. Just be quiet. Show some class. The ladies tried. Yes, they lost their temper, but rightfully so. It was hard done by. That back pass call should have never been made. That starts the snowball effect. But you know, I mean, maybe I understand, and what I've experienced in football, I understand where the Cameroonian ladies are coming from. But Phil has never had to go through anything like that probably, so he doesn't understand. So he's over there talking nonsense. It's sad, but I wasn't happy about that. After the game, I had no problem with England, but then after the match, I saw his interview, and it's not a good rant, Phil. It's not good at all, And then so that was the England game. Then we go to the Brazil-France game, the host, France versus Brazil. And going into the game, I think Brazil is going to fall short. They're not good enough to stay with the hosts. So about the 22nd minute, a cross comes in from the right from this young lady by the name of Diani. She's quite good, whips in a ball, and the keeper comes out to catch it. She should have tried to punch it. Her name is Barbara, the Brazilian goalkeeper. She tries to catch it, but as she's trying to catch it, the center forward for France, the number 9, she plays number 9. Don't think she wears number 9, but she plays number 9. No, she's not number 9 because Le Sommet is number 9. But the number 9 goes in and tries to win the header, and the ball is jarred loose and it goes in the goal. The ball was never in possession of the goalkeeper. France is ahead 1-0. Then all of a sudden they go to VAR. They go to VAR, and you can see that the goalkeeper never had the ball, and they took the goal away. So now France has to work double time to get their lead back. Not fair. The VAR there was no reason to check the goal. There was no reason to take the goal away. The goalkeeper never had the ball. It was a 50-50 ball. She should have punched it. She did, and she tried to catch it, and she got caught out. It was a legitimate goal. So after that happens, yeah, you go to the number 9 ends up scoring later on again to give France the 1-0 lead. But then, of course, Brazil finds their chance. They get one chance, they take it, they tie it 1-1, and now we're going into extra time. Luckily, France goes on and wins 2-1. What I'm getting at is that VAR call was controlling the game. If France took that lead so early in the game, they would have ended up winning 2-3-0. But they wanted to make it a game, and they took the goal away from France. I am not a fan of VAR at all. It has no place in our game. No place. But, Alexi Lalas will tell you differently, but he's a Muppet as well. So, just unfortunate that this VAR thing has come to ruin our game. But I'm telling you, it's getting out of hand. And what's going to happen is, when it gets to the Premier League, and there's a lot of money in the Premier League in English football, a lot. And by chance, some big clubs lose out on some money because of these VAR calls. heads are going to roll. I don't see it. I don't see how it's going to last because there's too much on the line, man. There's too much on the line. You kidding me? You kidding me? No chance, bro. No chance. VAR? It is not a good idea. But that's all I wanted to say about that. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon, Sunday early evening here. There's some lads playing football in the back. Lads playing football in the back, yeah. And my kids on the playground. And yeah, FC Red and Black actually plays here and trains here as well. This is our home field, so it's pretty cool around the corner from the residents. But yeah, so. But I just wanted to give a little rant about VAR and how awful it is and how it's basically used to control games now. The players don't even have a say anymore. It's always VAR now. Always VAR. And it's almost as if VAR is the common attraction to the games now. It's terrible. I hate it. And I'm going to miss football because it's not going to be the same anymore. It's not. It's terrible. But yeah, let me know what you think about those moments. Let me know what you think about what Phil Neville said, the manager of England, of the Lionesses. I think he needs to mind his business and just talk about his football club, not anyone else, because you haven't been in their shoes, mate. You've never been in their shoes, so you don't know what it's like. So why don't you just keep your mouth shut? And pop, caralho. But yeah, so that's how it is, yeah. So again, let me know what you think. Comment at the bottom, and if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. That'd be cool. All right, and we'll chat again as the tournament progresses and Copa America and things like that. I'm not gonna talk about Copa yet until the quarterfinals, semifinals. But yeah, so enjoy the rest of the evening. Ciao, FCRB TV.